Good evening and welcome to a brand new playthrough of Timberborn. We are here with some new Folktails. We are here on the Helix map, which is not exactly the one that was done for the showcase a little while ago. It's a modified version of it. It's very similar, but it's got a few different things in it. It's a little different, but we're going to play through. And we are going to have a small challenge to try and figure out some things on there. I asked in the last playthrough what people wanted to see of how they're going, and a suggestion that came up was trying to get maximum happiness with a life of luxury, essentially. A life of luxury. So what we're going to do is, we are on day one, we have started here. I'm in the experimental version, so we have some new things over here, so we're going to check that out as well. But what we're going to do is we are going to drop our time down to 8 hours. They're going to be a standard 8-hour shift. In fact, the first day is going to be 16 hours because you actually start through the day. You don't start at the beginning of it. So the first day is going to be 16 hours, and every other day after that is going to be 8 hours. That's all they get to do. All they get to do. So we need to make sure we have ample workers gathering food and water and other bits and pieces so that they get enough in for leisure time, because that's the idea. And what we're going to do is we're going to aim for the highest we can get of our well-being. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be possible or not. There is a new one. We have sunflower seeds that's been added to the game. That's actually in the base game as well, not the experimental version. But we have sunflower seeds that have been added as well. So we're going to try and get everything we can. It's going to be a while before we get these top fun ones going down here. But I'm going to aim for about 200 beavers. I want to build exactly the same thing that we had last time. We have like a reservoir and houses sunk into the reservoir somewhere. Probably on the river would probably make sense. And then we'll do like 2 lots of them, and I believe there were 96 beavers in a segment for that. So we might do 2 of those. That would be almost 200 beavers. And I think I'm aiming for about 200 beavers. That's the idea. 200 beavers, maximum happiness, but only 8-hour work days. This is going to be the challenge. The 8-hour work days is going to be the real challenge, because when you drop the work hours down, obviously the beavers have to, they wake up in the morning and the timer starts. They have to get to their place of work. They have to do whatever their work is. They have to get food and drink and whatnot. They have to do whatever the work is. And then when the 8 hours is up, they stop. So you need to make sure there's enough beavers getting everything in, like harvesting all the crops in those 8 hours. You don't have 16 hours, you're half of it. I'm going to counter that by just building many things. Like, we're going to have, instead of 1 farm per farm area, we'll have 2. That sort of thing, you know, so multiple things. But we're going to start off the same way you start off with every build, because you have to build some basic stuff. So we're going to get ourselves a water pump. I'm going to put the water pump, in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to run a road down here to find out where the edge is there. We're going to put a water pump in here, right on the end. Ooh, if I push the right buttons, that would help. Oh, water pump. We are going to get a gatherer flag coming in over here, gathering us some berries. Folktails don't really need berries, but we'll start with them. That'll be fun. We're going to get our wood storage, a log pile in. I think I'm going to put it right next to the base there so that we can have stairs going up here later on. I don't know exactly what the idea is for things here. We the water starts here, circles out and comes down, goes around here, comes along here, down the river here and out here. There is also a water source here which comes along and currently floods that way, but we can break this and flood it this way to get some more green land up here. So we probably want to aim this way to break that. There is also a break there which would flood all this down here, rivers along here, into there, and then down and out over here, which would make all this green land. So we want to go over there as well. Multiple town centres, I have no issue with doing that. We're not going to go with just the one town centre, we're going to go with multiple ones. So that's not really a worry about that. We just got to figure out how to get people transporting goods between the 2 areas. And doing it with only 8 hours. So that's going to be our little challenge here. So let's start off as we do every other game. Is here. And let's go through and have a look at what's new. What is new? So I'm going to be honest, I've read the patch notes, but I haven't. This is the first time I'm playing it, so we'll have to see how it goes. Buildings have priorities now. You can set buildings to be a higher priority or a lower priority as a workplace. And the idea is that a lower priority building will have workers leave and join a higher priority building. So, for instance, like the water pump, we'd want to set as the highest priority building. The workplace is going to be the highest priority. So if a beaver dies in here and a beaver is working here that's a normal priority, he will quit the job here, he or she will quit the job and will move over to work here, which is a fantastic addition to the game. That was the one issue that I always had, where your entire colony dies because you don't notice that a beaver has stopped pumping, stopped getting any pumps in as well. So it's such a nice thing to have that sort of thing added to the game. Let's get another lumber in here. So you can set up, you know, farms and things like that as a higher priority. So food and water gets the highest priority going on there. We have a new tab over here when we click this, which comes up with all sorts of things. You've got global view, which it used to be up. Well, it is still up over here. We've got district 1, district. You can change your districts if you want to do. So global view, and if you change your districts, these numbers up here change. Right now it changes colour. That's already in the game. That's in the standard game. If you click on each district, it tells you what each district has, not just a global overview one, so you can see whether that district's suffering for water or food or whatever. But here now we have this here, which tells you every beaver, and they have a number. I'm not sure what the number is. If I mouse over it, does it tell me? Oh, well-being. Their well-being is 3, so it tells me what each individual beaver's well-being is. So you can see whether some beavers are suffering from certain well-beings, and you can go, well, where do they live? Where do they work? Is it too far? Is something going on? You know, are they suffering? Whatever. There are children here, and it tells you how long they've got until they get to adulthood, which is good there. As I said, I haven't played them all, so I don't know if anything more turns up here. But you have characters, you have housing, so what housing is where. You have all the workshop, which you can turn on and off things individually, which is fantastic. Wish you could group things. It would be nice to be able to group things. That's the only thing here. Tells you how the productivity is 0 right now because it's not been built. That's fine. And you can turn up how many workers to work in and out of things. Transport goods between warehouses when idle is on. Change the priorities of things. It's all a global window instead of going to each individual building. So you can see what's where and what's going on with it. And I believe you can just click on the icon to go directly to the building as well. So you can be like, hey, what's going on here? Why has this got no productivity? Well, because it's not built yet. That's why. When you have this window open, the game does pause. You can't run it with the window open. Don't know why, but... storage. Shows you the storages here. Will it let you edit the storages as well? That's empty storage there, but will let you edit the storages in here as well for storages. Quite useful. What's this one? This one is power, and then this one is leisure. So there's nothing in there at the moment. I wouldn't tell you what's going on. It tells you what's where, when, how, and the other one. We are going to rely on wind power for this playthrough because obviously our beavers are only going to work 8 hours a day, so beavers running isn't great. For things like our lumber mills and for production buildings, we can do that because there's no point in them having power when no one's working them. There's no point. But for any leisure buildings that require power, we will definitely have to go down the wind route. So that's the idea. This new panel here is I mean, this here just opens up different, just a quick tab to open up different tabs in the panel here. But I really like this panel. It has the option here. I just wish you could have the game running whilst it's going on here because sometimes you want to go through and there's lots of information. I get why it pauses because it just takes a snapshot of what's currently going on so you can have a look-see what's going on with it. So you can rename beavers there as well or just click them to go to them. So yeah, it's nice. More information is good. I like more information is good. It also gets rid of the huge bar that was down here. It tells you what's going on here. It's now linked, so you've got seven adults, 4 children. There are no beds. There are no occupied. There's occupied beds, 3 beds, and homeless. There, and here it tells you have 7 workers, no vacancies, and no unemployed beavers. So all of our beavers are currently working, which is awesome. No vacancies is good. That means that there's no buildings that don't have any beavers working in them right now. Every one of our beavers is working, which is also really good because we'll be able to see now. Here we go. So building lacks workers. Now this just got built, and you'll see there is a builder. Somebody's moved to it as beaver. Somebody has moved to it because they went, hey, we don't need the other ones are lowest. I think it picks the last building you picked, if that makes sense. So this is the first one on the list. That was second. That was third. And then so on and so forth. So if I up this one to be higher, and if I actually drop this one down to be lower, what should happen? And I think it happens every morning. It doesn't happen like instantly. I believe. Oh, I messed up. We've had 2 days with 18 hours. I'm sorry, Beavers. I'm sorry. It took a bit longer to build that than I expected, but that's okay. So yeah, there we go. Now this has got a worker in it. This has got a worker in it, and the worker has. Oh, someone's grown up. Okay, someone's grown up, so I didn't do that. But I believe every morning when the Beavers start, that's when the jobs do the shuffling thing. So they may do it earlier on. They may not. So you can still pause buildings to kick all the Beavers out of them and turn them back on again. That's still an option if you want to do that. So the biggest thing with playing like this, with playing with only 8 hours worth of work time, is things are going to just take a lot longer to build and do things. So we want to kind of get population going high, and we want to kind of get population going high. Sorry, we want to get population higher quickly, so we have more beavers to work in more places, and also we want to have food going very early as well. So let's get on with food. We're going to go with the old carrot start. That seems like a good idea, and I want to do one of those because that is a... Oh, no, don't do that. I'm going to do this, plant carrots. So, there we go. Then we want to put a farmhouse in. But for every farm, normally I put a farmhouse down. Now it's going to kind of be 2. It's going to be needed. So I feel like this is going to become a very common way of doing things. So prioritize planting, and we can I'm going to up the workspace to the higher level so that they get higher workspace. So this one will empty out for people first when they go to work in the new places. I've left this here so that we can put in the beehives, because we're going to definitely take use of the beehives going on here. You'll also notice there is a new animation for like day and night cycles. You'll notice that the as the night comes along, the sun actually moves. Still links with the camera. There's still a shadow with the camera, but I like the visuals. I like the new visual. It's very, very good. Very, very good. Have to find out how the game holds up once we get to a much higher amount of beavers. Best way to put that. So yeah, so being 8-hour days is going to take a long time to do anything, because they're going to be able to plant a field, which is fine. There you go, plant field, bonk, and then it's going to basically be the end of time. But here we go. So 2 beavers moved into there, 2 beavers moved to there, which means this now has 2 beavers in it. See, the priority, because this is a low priority, we're prioritizing food over working, and we're prioritizing log placing over the other one. So you can always do that. When we get like an abundance of something, like an abundance of wood or something, I might drop the lumberjacks down lower, that sort of thing. But so they don't work as much. You still got to do a little bit of micromanagement, because if all of your beavers are used, then you won't build anything, so you may still have to turn some things on and off. But you could always temporarily just throw your building district up to the highest priority, and it will take people from elsewhere. So always an option. Water's going to become an issue very quickly. I can see water becoming an issue very, very quickly, simply because we're not going to pump enough over the course of time. So where we would normally build 1 of everything, we're going to basically have to build 2 of everything. I think that's the way it's going to go. So you're going to be higher. And you're going to be higher, and it's going to be an interesting sort of test to find out how we can do things here. We also need to make sure we block the water off before a drought comes along. We are playing on normal, so it's not terrible. It's not going to be terrible droughts and things coming along to start with. I forgot what the word was then. So So it goes, but I can see that we are going to start suffering from not having enough water in the places early on. So we want to also get housing down. I think I'm going to build housing like directly here, and then we will build other stuff later on. Yeah, we'll probably move things around as time goes on. So actually, I might not build it there. We might build it back here. We might build it back here. Let's build it back here. Let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to get mirrored lodges and put them on top. 1, 2, 3, like that. We don't have any stairs yet, but that is fine. Oh, don't want to do that. I want to do this because we need to get stairs up there, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll just pause the top lodges. In fact, you know what? Let's just delete the top lodges for the minute. So that's 12. We've got 11 beavers, so that will be 12 beavers. So 3, 6. That's 9 beavers. 3, 6, 9. So we need more already. Do that. Yeah, 12. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then this has got a higher workplace. So again, somebody has come out of here and gone to work for it, which is awesome. Hopefully with 2 going, we can get enough water to keep our population going. Essentially, anything that you needed 1 of, you're now going to need 2 of, because we're no longer working 16 hours, we're only working 8 hours. So that's the plan. That's the plan for this. I don't know how well it's going to go, what we're going to do. Hopefully we can block off the dam, and we can build the houses over here, and everything will be awesome. I'm not really sure which way I want to go with this. Food is becoming a bit of a problem because we don't have enough gatherer flags. So I put 1 gatherer flag down instead of 2, so we might start suffering there. Although our carrots are going to be harvested soon, so let's up the priority on the lodges, shall we? Actually get them built first, because that would make sense. I also like that it's got this new menu here telling you, like, it just gives you a bar to exactly what's going on with it. So 10 wood should be 50%, but obviously it's only 25% because a worker hasn't come and worked on it yet. So yeah, it's just a temporary sort of thing. There we've got some carrots going on. The other ones will start growing very soon. 4 days, get 3 carrots. Gathered by farmhouse tells you more things. More information. More information is good information. So we'll let this go. We'll see how it fares for a little bit. We're getting some carrots in, but then that's the end of our work day. So not enough carrots to really sustain us right now. But it is grown. It has grown. But as you can see, it's because half work days. Going to be a bit of a problem. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens, where, when, and how. We'll let the trees get chopped down, and we'll just let things get built. There's going to be a lot of waiting, I feel, in this this sort of playthrough here. Hopefully we can get the dam done in time. If not, we may all die of food, because there won't be enough food or water or whatever. So, but we'll see how it goes. Let's leave it running for a bit, and we'll be back in the future. Okay, so good news. No beavers have died. Well, no beavers have died because they've been starving or thirsty. 1 has died of old age, but we have a new one born, which is awesome. We should get 2 new ones born because we have another spare house there. We also have happiness 5, which is awesome. We have gone up in happiness. Food is good. Water is good. Dam is not good. Dam has not been built. So we are going to extremely struggle to keep the water in. We are full on water, that is fine, but this is going to die out. This is going to die out, and I'm very concerned about it. There is plenty of water still coming, though. The water's lots of it's still here, but it's not going to last forever. It's all going to drown out. It's all going to die out, because we're not going to have this built anywhere near. Probably not even by the time the end of the drought. There you go. Water's gone. Zoom, dum, zoom. There we go. Okay, so we are on 69 food. We have 49 carrots. We can still harvest the berries, I believe. Yes, we can still harvest the berries. It takes 12 days for a berry to grow, and then 12 days for it to grow 3 berries. So it takes 24 days for a berry to grow. Now we have exact numbers of how things work. I know they kind of told us that anyway, but we have exact numbers of things, which is awesome. I like it. There you go. So you are going to harvest the berries, and now there's nothing you can do. So I'm going to pause both of you, because there's no point in having the farmers running. You can still harvest berries. Sorry, carrots. You're doing carrots. You can still harvest berries. Hopefully we can get this lumberjack built over here, and then we can tell him to chop down those trees in there. Because I wish there was wood. We just don't have enough wood. Well, we've got 26 wood, so it's not so bad. Maybe it's just that we didn't have enough beavers actually working the problem, which is quite possible. We definitely need to run a path back here somewhere. So I'm thinking of turning this one off, running a path along here. Throwing a lumberjack or two back here. Because if we needed one, we now need two. Yeah. Okay. Well-being is good. This is a really short drought. Not a problem. The first drought's nice and easy, so it's not going to be a major problem. So I think this is going to be a good place to leave it here. We're going to survive this drought. This doesn't really seem like a major problem. We've got 1 day left. This coming here. They might suffer a little bit with water, but I don't think anyone's going to die from it. Yeah, we can leave this here. We can come back next time, and we can carry on as we go. We need storage for food early on. That's going to be a desperate thing to do. We need another farm probably right in here. I might just put another farm in like so we're ready for it. It will probably need farms itself. 2 farms there, and I'm going to do 2 farms and a water in between them because it just makes sense to put water around. And then we're going to put in a storage at here. I'm going to move it back one so we can build it, and then later on we can change it there. I don't need to. Let's remove that. Let's put the storage in there because I've just noticed. Hey, we can change the storage settings before it's built. That is quite possibly my favourite update to all of this. Bonk. There you go. Awesome. We can actually change this before the thing is built. I love it. Fantastic. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, yeah, we're suffering from water. We are in the next cycle. The water is coming, just slowly. So we may have a problem. We'll see. I was going to end the episode. We're going to see how the water goes. We'll see what happens with the water. Let's delete that. And do this. There we go. We can turn the farms back on. Yeah, we may have a real problem with water here. Oh dear. This is going to take days to get down to us. Uh-oh. Yep, died of thirst. Oh dear. Okay, so this was a short-lived series. Okay, thank you very much for watching. We'll yeah, they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die of thirst before the water comes along there. But we know where it went wrong. We know what happened. So we're having a full start. So next time, this was just, I could show you. I was just showing you what's gonna happen. That's all. This is the plan. This is what's gonna happen. It's not the actual gameplay. No, not at all. Not at all. It's fine. We'll fix this next time. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die, aren't you? We have 1 beaver and 1 child left. That's not enough to keep this colony alive. Although technically is. So no, it's not. We got no food, and I can't. I could switch. I'm not going to. We're going to restart this one. So this one is going to end with failure. But that's fine. Because this is what I want to do. This is the plan going on here. So maybe we need to prioritize the dam over the houses. But then if I don't prioritize the houses, we don't get beavers growing. So yeah. We'll leave this one here. We will come back next time. We shall restart and we shall do it properly. This was just the test run, you know, dress rehearsal, fine, no problems. And then next time it's the real thing. So yeah, let me know what you think. An interesting challenge, an 8-hour challenge. We'll see how it goes. We'll do one day of 16 hours and then 8 hours after that. Because the first day, as I said, the first time you start always starts off longer. That you start off halfway through. So we'll see how it goes from there. So thank you very much for watching. There'll be more beavers next time. Can't believe I failed it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes, I hope you have enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.